Good morning. I'm at the beach. I'm kidding. Not at the beach. But, anyways, um, it is still extremely, extremely hot, and it is very, very early in the morning. And hopefully, our heat wave where I'm at is going to end tomorrow. Well, at least by 10 degrees. So, and when I say it's early in the morning, it's extremely early in the morning. I'm drinking some coffee here. And I am going to do one more video here about some behaviors that I'm seeing. Something, that's came up that I wanted to mention before I move on to do some of the other things that I have talked about. I did say that I was, trying to get away from the behaviors in this drama circle and talk about some of the other things. I mentioned it in my last video, talking about some of the giveaways that I wanted to do and the little series that I wanted to do. And, but I did say if something came up, I would, cover it and talk about it. And one of the things that did come up, I'm sure we're all seeing it, and that had to do with, Mrs. P having a breakdown again. We're seeing this. And I really didn't want to talk about Mrs. P's breakdown that she's having because, we've seen this over and over again. And in my opinion, if we talk about it or if we make videos on Mrs. P, I think that it is just going to fuel the fire for her. And I've made videos on her and I've called out her bad behaviors when she has done things to other people, because I get that she has disabilities. But I also said that she wanted to be a part of this drama community. And this was so important to her. And it was just my opinion that this drama community is so toxic just for someone that might not have as many issues as Mrs. Portland. So it's hard enough for somebody that doesn't have as many issues to deal with on a daily, let alone Mrs. Portland. And I just, in my opinion, felt like it was maybe not the right place for her, because I just did not feel that she could handle clapback. And she is a creator. She is. And she does put out a lot of nasty things about people. And she does go after and attack people. And yes, there's been people that have attacked her. I do get that. But most of the time, she's attacked them first. Now, as I sit back and I have paid more attention, I am coming to realize that with her disabilities, it is no excuse, okay? I want to put that out there. It is no excuse, because I have said over and over, she is very intelligent. Absolutely very intelligent. I also said that she can do a lot more than I can when it comes to like YouTube and technical stuff. She has the know-how to do more things than I even know how to do. So that right there tells you that she does, she does. She's an intelligent woman. But I think Mrs. Portland takes a lot of things the wrong way. She cannot accept any type of criticism, constructive criticism, or if somebody is trying to maybe guide her in a different direction, because they might feel that things are not healthy for her, all right? And she takes things the wrong way, and then she lashes out, okay? And she lashes out in a way that we might not lash out, okay? So she says really ugly, nasty things. She goes very low below the belt, and that makes a lot of us angry, rightfully so. And that's why I have said that, I've said before that, I did not think that the drama community was a safe place for her. As a creator, because of that. Because then people want to go back after her and make videos about her, or clip videos, and some people make fun of her, make fun of her looks and stuff. Some creators, she will go after them for, a long time, just, with the community post and videos, and delete them. And she'll do this, over and over again. And then they wait for a while until they're like, enough is enough. And then when they come back at her, they go very hard, okay? They go very hard at her. And this is something, yeah, technical difficulties. I'll have to put it on pause when I have to take a little stroll away from my beach area. That sounded stupid, but hey. Anyways, and it makes me lose my train of thought. So when Mrs. Portland, like I said, she has trouble with the criticism, and people go hard at her when they, well, I already said that. They go hard at her, and I think they go, below the belt too, after they have waited and haven't said anything back. They think, if we just ignore, she'll stop, but she doesn't. And I think she does not have, in my opinion, she doesn't have those coping skills to stop. Maybe, it's like a child when they're trying to get attention, whether it be positive or negative attention. So she just keeps going and going and going until she gets attention back from the person that she is attacking at that moment. And then when they attack her back, or when they clap back or whatever, some people really, really go, hardcore on her. And I don't think she grasped the concept that if you are going to talk about somebody, creator, if you're a creator and you're going to talk about somebody on YouTube, that they have every right to clap back. And in the drama community, that's what they do. They're going to clap back, and they're going to clap back hard. Now, a lot of people are saying, but, she has disabilities, and this, you shouldn't do that back at her. And a lot of creators are saying, but she chose to be here. This is, she was in a different community before. We know that. We know the history. And she is choosing, and she is begging to be in this community, knowing how bad some people can be, but this is where she wants to be. So she's going to have to learn to accept how nasty it can be. And I understand that aspect, but like I said, as I am watching, I get that she doesn't have these coping skills, okay, to say, okay, someone talks about me, They're being mean to me. I'm not going to go and post on, you know, on my community tab. I'm just going to ignore them, or I'm not going to make a video, or even if I clap back, I am just going to clap back and clap back in a way that is not going to be horrible and mean. She really gets nasty, okay? Very nasty. And she does believe in her heart that people are attacking her when they are not, when a lot of people are not attacking her. They might just simply say, if she's in their chat, you know, hold on a minute, Mrs. P, or no arguing, Mrs. P, in the chat, or, you know, stay on topic, you know, because she might be going off on something else and repeat it over and over and over, and she might be getting the chatters off of topic. And we know that creators want, they want their chatters to stay on topic of what they're talking about. And I know a lot of people will walk on eggshells around Mrs. P because of her disabilities. And so they might just simply say that, you know, after a while, and I've seen this, and, you know, they just simply say, you know, very nicely, or they might give her advice, and then she just gets very upset, and she goes on the attack that she hates them and stay away from their channel. She puts up nasty pictures on them. And I am sorry, some people are not gonna agree with me, okay? But she did this with Natasha. She did this with Noodle Mash, okay? She absolutely did. Those communities, she did exactly the same thing. They did not do anything to begin with to her when all this started. And I did a video on that. I'm sorry, guys. I have to be fair all the way around, right? I have to be unbiased, and I have to say my truth. She was welcomed in Natasha's community twice, and she did the same thing that she's doing now, all right, to all the other creators. So they did not do anything wrong to her. They did not. It was the same scenario that we have seen, you know, back and forth, and they did walk on eggshells, okay? There was a lot of people that did not want her back in the community, and a lot of people would not chat in Natasha's community, or they would block her or whatever when she would come up on panel. And they said that afterwards because they knew this behavior. They knew that they could, maybe they didn't understand. They just did not like the behavior. So they stayed away when she would be up on panel or whatever. But you could tell that Natasha did allow her to do a lot of things that she would not allow other people to do. Now, anybody that watched, they have to agree with it. I don't care if you don't like Natasha. That is the truth. And you know it. It is. And you also know that Natasha did not clap back at her for a long time until Mrs. P kept going and going and going. And at that time, at least a second time, Natasha was dealing with a death in her family. And when she did clap back, I have to say she did go below the belt after Mrs. P really went below the belt. Now, some might say, well, Natasha should know better because Mrs. P has disabilities. Now, again, myself, I would not go after somebody's looks. I would not make fun of anybody. Mrs. P has mentioned my name, said to stay away from me, called me a hate channel. She's blocked me, I don't know how many times. She's lied on me and said that, you know, I was attacking her all day long. I do pre-recorded videos, so I don't know how I could be doing that. And at the time when she said that, I wasn't even going into people's chats. I think maybe one creator, I went into their chats maybe a couple of times, and I was not speaking on Mrs. P. I did not go over to Mrs. P's channel, and when she did that, she actually put my video that I did on her up on her community tab, and I did not respond on her channel. I responded, I think, finally, here just not too long ago, I said something on her channel one time, not too long ago. That wasn't, it was a little bit negative. Somebody was saying something about her, and I mentioned it. And this person, though, I realized really grew. Okay, at the time I didn't know that, because I wasn't really watching her, but in my opinion, she has grew as a person, and they were friends, and, you know, people go tit for tat, but I also made comments in Mrs. P's not too long ago that, you know, I seen a change in her, and that she was doing very well, because she is surrounded, you know, she had a support group, and that she was doing very, very good. Gave her some encouraging words. Now, I do believe I was still blocked, but I still wanted to put it on there, that she was doing very well. But you know, this was just recently. But when she was, you know, saying all this stuff about me, I did not respond on her channel. I never went over there, but she was doing her lies about me, saying I was going all over the place, attacking her, which was not true. I was not going all over the place. But sometimes you have to pick your battles, right? Just, you know, you have to pick your battles. And even though I knew it wasn't true, she even said that I was somebody I wasn't, and I did make a little video saying I'm not that person. Didn't even know who that person was at the time. Found a voice clip of that person because other people were telling her that I was this person. Now, here's the thing, too. Mrs. P, she doesn't know, in my opinion, how to vet things, okay? So she goes by what people tell her, and she just believes it, because she doesn't have the, I don't know what to say. She just, she doesn't know how to maybe go vet things. So, or do the, you know, do the research like I did. I went and found this person that I was accused of being, and found a voice clip of this person being on panel. And I'm like, I don't even sound like that person that I'm accused of being. Okay. So, you know, the person that I was accused of being this, she sounded like she was the age of my daughter. But anyways, getting past that, like I said, Mrs. P takes things as attack, that people are attacking her when they're not, okay? But I think we all know that. Now, some creators, she has done this over and over again, and they can forgive her and look past it and say, okay, she's just going through this again. We're just going to wait it out, and I can forgive her again, and we're going to make peace, and it's all going to be good. They have every right to do that. They do, because they know the cycle, and they know that she'll calm down eventually, Other creators are like, no, I have went through this over and over and over again, and I just cannot, and I won't have it anymore. I'm not going to be mean and ugly and nasty to her. I'm not going to do that because I know she has disabilities, but I'm not going to have her, I'm not going to have her in my community. I'm not going to be around her when she's in a community, or if she's, you know, chatting or whatever, or, you know, they've blocked her, you know, some subs so that they, you know, that's what you do. If you can't get along with somebody, you block them. That way you don't have to see what they're saying. You don't have to see them when you go into people's chat. That's the best thing to do, is just block. And that solves the issue, right? But some creators, like I said, they're like, I've had enough. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be nasty. But this is quite enough. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. And they have every right to do that as well. All right. Now, we have, and I see Natashas, her post. So I'm going to have to splice those two videos together. I put it on stop. I have, my setup is really horrible here. I did mention in my last video, I think, I do have a minor in my house for a couple of weeks. So I have to get a little creative on where I am at, because I don't need anybody, especially a minor, listening to me. So, and I got this, I know I'm rambling again. I got this new TV, right? And I don't know how to work it yet. See, technical stuff. This one is in my bedroom. And yeah, I don't know how to, I haven't read the instructions to put, you know, screensaver, whatever it is. But anyways, moving along. So that's why I put it on. It keeps jumping to, like, what do you call it? Ads or whatever. But anyways, moving on. If we want, I was saying, if we want to be honest, she would do the attacks and people would clap back. So, I don't know if she was trying to get a protective order or not, but that's kind of hard to do when people, you know, live out of state. And then if she would have to show evidence, and these other people, they would show, hey, look what, you know, because they took all these clips, right? I'm sure they have them all, and they would show some really nasty behavior out of Mrs. P. And this is a drama community, and if it did go in front of a judge, the judge might say, yes, you are disabled and you do have some disabilities, but this is very unacceptable of what you put out there on social media. And yes, they are clapping back, and yes, they might have said some things, but some of the things you said about them first was very vile. So, I mean, whoever, you know, told her to go that route, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, set her up for a spiral, okay? Because she was very upset that she lost in court. And that's just my opinion. It set her up for this downfall spiral. And she was already upset about that. And I'm not sure exactly, I didn't see it or hear it, but I guess Granny was giving her some advice, and she got very upset. And then she got very upset with other creators, and it just went from there. She's upset with everybody but one person, I think. But I do believe that some of these other people truly cared about her. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be walking on the eggshells that they do. They wouldn't have welcomed her in the community, back in the community, after some of the awful things that were said about them. And I don't want to say coddle, but understanding, okay? And I really truly believe that there was people that actually cared about her, because they took the time out to answer phone calls from her when, you know, when she would reach out and needed to talk, because, you know, we all have a busy schedule, right? A lot of people are working, they're taking care of kids. So they took their own time out when she needed them. So if you don't care about somebody, you're not going to do that. So she's very upset with everybody right now. Now, back to Natasha's community post, and with some other people, you know, they're basically saying, in my opinion, well, your new friends threw you under the bus. No. Mrs. P is doing the same thing to them that she did to you guys. It's the same thing. Okay? You've been there, done that with Mrs. P. They're not throwing her under the bus. Okay? They are just basically there's not good vibes going on right now, and Mrs. P is spiraling. The difference is these people, a lot of them, might resolve it with her when she's done spiraling. Some might not, but some might, okay? So there's a difference there. But for these other creators now to act like that they care, and that, which in my opinion they don't. I mean, they might care for her as a, you know, because she's a human. We should care about everybody being, you know, if we're a decent human being, we should care about our fellow human beings, right? No matter what, no matter if we like them or not, we should care if something bad happens to them, or, you know, if they're going through something. If we're decent, we should have emotion, and we should at least care, have some empathy. But I'm getting from that side that, well, they threw you under the bus, you know, they didn't care about you at all. And that's not what is happening here, because she did the same thing to you all, okay? So you've been there and done that, so you know what is going on, right? You know what's going on. It's a behavior that is happening, but you're acting like, in my opinion, that all these people are being nasty to her and have turned their backs on her and were evil to her. That's not true, and you know it. Just like it's not true that you all did that to her to begin with. Let's call out the truth, all right? Let's call it out as it is. Were you all friends with her when she was in your community? Or were you just using her? I believe you all were friends with her. And you liked her and did your best for her. You donated money. You had her in your community. You treated her very well until she spiraled. Okay? And then you didn't welcome her back. And then there's been all this ugliness going on. I truly believed you cared about her, just like these other people truly care about her and supported her. So, you know, this double standard BS that I see is exactly that. It's BS. So that's one thing that I wanted to point out. Now, This is a behavior with Mrs. P. Like I said, we have seen it over and over and over since she has came in this circle in the drama community. And myself, I have been able to understand more because, you know, I have family members that are disabled, you know, mentally. I can get, you know, that she has issues. She, you know, I've said it before, what issues she has. She has trouble accepting and separating being attacked or people trying to help her out. She has trouble doing that, and then when she goes on the attack, it's horrible. And I know she apologizes a lot. I don't believe that she can, I don't know if she can control it or if she can't. I'm not her. I think she has trouble with that, and that's why I said, in my opinion, the drama community is not for her. And I said it, you know, earlier. It's hard enough for somebody that doesn't have these issues, let alone someone that does. And if it makes her feel that bad, you know, it might not be healthy for her. And I know some other people have said that, and she feels like they're attacking her. So, you know, again, we have to talk, we have to say the truth here on both sides here, okay? And I'm sorry, Natasha's community did not attack her first. Mrs. P went on the attack. We have to be honest, guys. We have to be honest. Just like this scenario, but you know, that's going on right now. All these people that she's mad at, they did not attack her. She feels like she's being attacked, but they did not attack her. And she's going on the attack on them. All right? So, for the other side to say, like I said, that they used her, they weren't really her friends, they didn't really support her, I don't agree with that at all. I do not. That part of the statement that Natasha put, I don't agree with. What I do agree with is, you know, if she's got to stand on her own and build her channel, if that's what she wishes to do, she should do it. Absolutely. She should go on and do what she enjoys and what she loves. And she doesn't have to depend on others to support her. She can do her coloring or whatever. But to tell somebody, especially someone that is vulnerable like Mrs. P, that nobody cares about her and no one cares if she gets drunk or nobody cares about her well-being, that's not healthy. To tell somebody that nobody cares about her. I don't agree with that statement either that Natasha said. Because Natasha says that about everybody she has a falling out with. She says nobody likes you, nobody ever liked you. We only felt sorry for you. And, you know, what is that saying about everybody that supports her? You know, if we have a falling out, you know, we never really liked you to begin with. We just felt bad for you. And, you know, we side-eyed you, and you don't have any friends out here. We never really liked you. Because that's what she does say to everybody she has a falling out with. That they were really never her friends. So we hear that. I'm sorry, we've heard that with everybody she's had a falling out with. Everybody. So, all that stuff I don't agree with. But the part about, you know, standing on her own if she has to, growing her channel if that's what she wants to do, that part I do agree with. But I do believe that there are a lot of people that really care about Mrs. P, even after her being nasty to them. So now I keep rambling. Hopefully I got my point across. I'm sorry for the other side, Natasha's community. All I can say is, you know, they can't act like they care now just because Mrs. P is talking poorly about the people they can't stand. And now they're saying, you know, now we care, and saying nice words and stuff. Because that, I mean, that might be how it works in this drama community, but that's not how it works in real life, right? So, anyways, I hope this all gets resolved with the people that actually do care about her. And I don't like seeing her spiral. I don't. And I still stick by what I said, that I don't think that this drama community is healthy for her. It might be where she wants to be, but it is too much. And I don't think she knows how to handle it. And that's just my opinion. Okay? No one has to agree with it. So I am going to leave it at that. I'm not going to be you know, talking about, you know, Mrs. P and, you know, dragging her. I'm not about dragging her. You'll never hear me make fun of her. Never have, never will. That is not my thing. I don't bully people. Never will. I don't follow. I'm not a follower, okay, and think it's the cool thing to do because I need approval from anybody to follow the lead. I find that really bizarre too. Some people that seemed really, you know, kind of cool and whatever, I find, I don't know, they seem to be copying other people. They're copying their words. They're even starting to talk like other people. It's really bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. It's like they're like I said, they're copying. I don't know if they are trying to, they want to become like the other person. Who knows? Who knows why people do what they do in this drama community? It is bizarre, very bizarre. But on that note, like I said, I am going to go. I'm going to do one other video about parenting. We hear a lot about, you know, people want to talk about parenting. And when I do that, I'm not going to talk about anybody's child. Not going to do it. I'm just going to talk about parenting. But I am going to move on and do what I said I was going to do. The different other videos, you know, more cooking videos. It's going to be cooler, so I'm going to try to do those fire bowls, talk about the giveaways, even show some different stuff. Like I said, just to break up the drama, okay? Still can do this here and there if something pops up, but, you know, just kind of get away from it all and maybe do some fun things. I said in my last video I'm going to have to go live to be able to do that, and that's fine. And maybe have some games or whatever, you know, just different things, just to kind of break up some of the drama that's going on out there. So we'll just see how it goes. And I am going to go ahead and jump off here. And still very early, very quiet. Sorry about the technical difficulties here. But hey, at least we're looking at an ocean, right? So anyways, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And yeah, I hope this gets resolved with Mrs. P. I really do. When we see her happy, she is very happy. So I don't like to see people upset. I don't care who it is, and see them spiral out of control. it's not, if you have empathy, it's not a good feeling to see people upset. You know, no matter if you like them or not, to see them this upset and crying, and I don't know. I guess you have to have that compassion or that empathy to feel that. You feel the pain that someone else that you might not even know is going through. So anyways, everyone have a great day, and we'll just catch you again.